Yo, what's going on guys? It is Toxicity and welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet video. The DLC, the Teal Mask, the part 1 of the 2-part Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLCs are out right now. And honestly, I just did a 2.5 hour stream and it felt like no time at all. I'm going to be jumping in again a little bit later to finish some of the story, but I just wanted to give you guys some of my thoughts early on, just after I finished playing, and also to give you guys a little bit of expectations on, what to expect when you get the DLC and you start playing for yourself. Now, the first thing I will say, I brought my original team. Wait. First thing, spoilers. This is going to be a spoiler. There's going to be lots of spoilers in this video, so just click off now if you don't want to get anything spoiled. I'll try not to spoil too much. I will just reveal a couple Pokemon that are in the game and a couple of things that I've noticed so far. That's it. So if you want to keep watching, keep watching. So the first thing I will say is definitely bring a team of Pokemon around level 60s. Now, I brought a team of Pokemon that I finished the story of Pokemon Scarlet with. They were Pokemon Violet with, sorry. They were around level 80 when I joined this game, and my first few encounters, I absolutely destroyed the trainers here, and I should have looked into that a little bit. That was my bad, but the trainers have basic Pokemon. So, for example, Poochyena is in the game, Mightyena are in the game. The first battle you kind of experience in this area is against a trainer. I won't name that trainer, but they're against level 60 Poochyena. Now, I completely wiped them off the face of the earth. That's one of my disappointments so far, is that I feel like the trainers should have had fully evolved Pokemon at level 60. They did say there's a little bit of level scaling here and there, kind of like Sword and Shield, but I feel like they should have just had, fully evolved Pokemon at level 60. The best feature about this game, honestly, about Scarlet and Violet as well, the base game, is that you go out in the wild and you see a bunch of Pokemon. But now you've got a bunch of Pokemon that we haven't seen in the game in quite some time. So for example, on my team, I have a bunch of Pokemon that we haven't seen in some time. Yanmega, Arbok, Ferret, Piloswine, Ludicolo, Ninetales. And, in the boxes, I've caught a bunch of Pokemon already. We've got a bunch of fan favorites coming back to the game, and I've already almost filled, I've filled one box. I'm going into my second box on Pokemon because I want to complete the Pokedex. But, the Seedots roaming around. There's, other Pokemon roaming around that we haven't seen in the game in quite some time. There's a lot of Pokemon actually roaming around that we've never seen in a game like this. So they weren't in Legend of Arceus, they weren't in Sword and Shield, and they weren't in Scarlet and Violet. So seeing how some of the Pokemon react into the wild areas actually look really cool. Seeing some of the Pokemon for the first time in 3D looks really cool. So I will say that's a positive. So I'm trying to not be too negative in this so far, but I have noticed some of the NPCs in the background and some of the audio, some of the visual glitches are still in the game. I'm still getting quite a few, weird screen errors here and there. And some of the NPCs just look kind of weird walking around in the background. And some of the performance issues that people were experiencing in the base game are still around. Like there's still certain areas of the map that, lag a little bit, that don't feel super great. So, you temper your expectations a little bit around that. But the story so far, like I've done maybe half the stream I spent doing this story, half the stream I spent just exploring and catching Pokemon. But the story so far is pretty good. Like I will say it's been pretty good. I've actually enjoyed some of the characters you're interacting with. I've enjoyed how they're explaining the story so far. I'm not very far at all. Not very far at all. I probably would be streaming still right now if I didn't have a few issues. But like I said earlier in the video, I'm going to jump back in a little bit later and continue it. So overall, I'm excited to see what they do with this DLC. And obviously the Blueberry Academy DLC seemed a little bit more exciting than the Teal Mask DLC. So I'm really excited to see that one more than this one, but I'm having a lot of fun. Pokemon have piqued my interest and brought me back to the game, which honestly, when I stopped playing Scarlet and Violet a few months ago, I thought that I wouldn't be back. But the DLC is quite exciting. Obviously, there's new content to the game, new story, new Pokemon, new features, and I'm just going to continue playing through and kind of experiencing it all on stream. So if you guys do want to be notified when I do stream this game, definitely subscribe and hit the notifications if you want to as well. But Overall, I would give it maybe a 6 out of 10. I gave Scarlet and Violet a 7 or 8, but as a DLC in itself, I feel like it's missing a little bit and it lacks a little bit of polish, but you know, this DLC is part 1. We've got part 2 to come. There's been a lot of references to Unova so far in Generation 5. The main teacher that's taking us on this field trip for this first part of the DLC, she references Unova region in the first time you meet her, in your first meeting. So it's very interesting to see that sort of information come up. And I wasn't expecting that, but we are expecting to get remakes or, you know, Legends of Arceus style game for Generation 5, Legends of Kyurem or something like that. There's lots of rumors swirling around online. So overall, like I said, I'd give it a 6 out of 10 so far. I need to keep playing through, need to finish the story, and I'm going to be doing that live. So all my reactions are going to be live on YouTube. But you know, I hope you guys jump in. Hope you guys experience it all for yourself. Hopefully your favorite Pokemon are back in the game. Mine certainly are. Like I said, I've caught a bunch already, and I've just been kind of going around the map, exploring and catching them all for myself. And I'm going to continue to do so and hopefully complete the Pokedex. But thank you guys for watching this video. I know I rambled on a little bit, but I just wanted to help you guys out and decide if you want to buy the DLC or not. I'd say it's worth it. It's fun to jump back into Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I really want to replay the game through eventually as a Nuzlocke, so that could be coming out soon as content. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and if you are playing the game, let me know down below what your favorite part of the game is so far, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.